In the winter of 1959, deep within the frozen mountains of the Soviet Union, 9 experienced hikers vanished under terrifying and mysterious circumstances. What happened to them became one of the most chilling, unsolved mysteries in modern history. This is the story of the Dyatlov Pass Incident. The story begins in January 1959. A group of university students and skilled hikers prepared for a difficult skiing expedition across the Ural Mountains in Russia. The group was led by Igor Dyatlov, a 23-year-old engineering student respected for his leadership and survival skills. The team included 8 other experienced hikers. These were not careless tourists. They had completed dangerous expeditions before and understood harsh winter conditions. Their goal was to cross the snowy mountains and reach a remote mountain called a Torten. Temperatures in the region could fall below -30 degrees Celsius. Strong winds and heavy snowstorms made survival extremely difficult. Before leaving, the group took photographs together, smiling and laughing. Nobody imagined those pictures would become the final photos taken of them alive. As the group traveled deeper into the mountains, one member named Ural became sick and returned home early. That decision saved his life. The remaining 9 hikers continued into the frozen wilderness. They kept diaries, took photos, and appeared to be in good spirits. On February 1st, 1959, the group arrived near Kholat Syakhl. The mountain's name reportedly means Mountain of the Dead. That night, the hikers set up their tent on an exposed snowy slope. The weather was brutal. Strong winds blasted across the mountain while temperatures dropped lower and lower. Then sometime during the night, something terrifying happened. Something scared the hikers so badly that they suddenly cut open their own tent from the inside and escaped into the darkness. Days later, when the group failed to return, rescue teams were sent into the mountains. On February 26th, searchers finally discovered the campsite. The tent was half buried in snow, but the most disturbing detail shocked everyone. The tent had been sliced open from the inside. Inside were boots, jackets, food, cameras, and personal belongings. Everything had been left behind. Why would experienced hikers run into deadly freezing weather without proper clothing? Searchers followed footprints leading away from the tent. Some footprints were barefoot. Others wore only socks. The tracks continued downhill toward a nearby forest. Nearly 1.5 kilometers away, rescuers discovered the first 2 bodies beneath a large cedar tree. The men were barely dressed and frozen to death. Nearby were signs of a small fire, suggesting the hikers desperately tried to survive after fleeing the tent. Over the following weeks, more bodies were discovered across the snowy mountains. Some appeared to be trying to return to the tent before collapsing in the freezing cold. But the final 4 bodies were found months later beneath deep snow inside a ravine. And these victims had terrifying injuries. One hiker had a fractured skull. Another had crushed ribs so severe that doctors compared the damage to a car crash. Yet strangely, there were almost no major external wounds. It was as if some invisible force had crushed them internally. One woman, Lyudmila Dubinina, was missing her tongue, eyes, and parts of her lips. Another victim was also missing eyes. Then investigators discovered something even stranger. Some clothing reportedly contained traces of radiation. This caused endless conspiracy theories to spread across the Soviet Union. The government investigation eventually closed the case with a mysterious statement. The hikers had died because of an unknown compelling force. No clear explanation was ever given. One theory claims a small avalanche forced the hikers to panic and escape from the tent during the night. Modern researchers believe collapsing snow may have convinced the hikers they were in immediate danger, but many people still doubt this theory because the area showed very little avalanche damage. Another theory suggests the hikers accidentally entered a secret Soviet military testing zone. Witnesses reported strange orange lights in the sky around the same time. Some believe military explosives caused the mysterious injuries. Others think the radiation found on clothing is evidence of secret experiments. There is also the infrasound theory. Some scientists believe unusual wind patterns created powerful low-frequency sounds that triggered panic and fear among the hikers, causing them to flee irrationally into the freezing darkness. And of course, paranormal theories soon appeared. Some people blamed aliens. Others believed a mysterious creature attacked the hikers in the mountains. But after more than 60 years, nobody truly knows what happened that night. The Dyatlov Pass Incident remains one of the world's greatest unsolved mysteries. 9 experienced hikers entered the frozen mountains. None returned alive. Only abandoned footprints, a torn tent, and unanswered questions remain behind. If you enjoyed this video and want more dark mysteries and shocking true stories, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, and comment below. What do you think really happened at Dyatlov Pass?